What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am creating an all-out dramatic Valentine's Day look. I was like, I want to do a Valentine's Day look and I just want it to be drama, drama, drama. So we did smoky eyes, cut crease. I really smoked out the lower lash line. I am just super, super excited about this look. I really like the way that it came out. Good English, Delana, good English. I used a couple new products, including the Cover FX Shimmer Veil, which they just launched, and then also the YSL Tatouage Lip Stain, which I've never used before. This one isn't particularly new, but it's new to me, so yeah. By the way, just to clear the air, I am missing like 4.5 nails right now, so sorry. Just to give you a heads up, this tutorial is not palette specific at all. I actually used a couple different palettes, including the Morphe Dare to Create palette, as well as the Sephora Pro editorial palette. I reached into both, mostly used the Morphe Dare to Create palette, but I did use this, and then obviously the Shimmer Veil from Cover FX. What am I saying? I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Okay, so let's just get right into the tutorial. I just realized that I did not have my microphone on, but I didn't get that far into the look before I turned it on. So I'm just gonna catch you up on what I have done. I prepped my eyes with my Kevyn Aucoin Supernatural Concealer in the shade Light EC01. Then with my Anastasia palette brush, I took the fluffy side and I went into my Morphe Dare to Create palette and I just buffed the shade Bare all into my crease area as my transition shade. And now I am taking the shade Create, this one right here, in that Dare to Create palette, with my Morphe M513 brush, and I'm just buffing that into the crease. I'm also bringing it across on that lid area a little bit. So now taking my Mary Kay eye crease brush, which I don't believe they sell this alone anymore, like by itself. They only sell it in a kit, but it's just a crease brush that is tapered, so anything like that will be just fine. And going back to that Dare to Create palette, I'm just taking the shade Passion. I'm just taking the shade Passion right here, and I'm just gonna start to buff that into my crease area. And I'm bringing it all the way in, because I want, obviously, that cut crease kind of look. So I just want to kind of deepen the lower part of the crease here because it gives a more defined cut crease. And then going back to that M513 brush from Morphe, I'm just going to buff over that. Going back to that palette, I'm going to dip into the shade Forever with that same Mary Kay eye crease brush. And I'm just going to deepen this outer V even more. Then going back to that M513 brush again and buffing over that. So now taking one of my old Naked palette brushes, I believe this brush is from the Naked 2 palette, I'm going to dip into a little bit of that Kevyn Aucoin concealer again, and I'm going to carve out my crease. I just like to take my finger and kind of tap it in between that crease and the concealer so that it kind of starts to get that natural fade. So then I'm going to use a new product, which I'm pretty dang excited about. So Cover FX came out with these Shimmer Veil, they're like eyeshadows basically, like liquid eyeshadows. They're similar to the Stila Magnificent Eye whatever, but anyways, they're similar to these guys from Stila, but these ones in my opinion dry down a lot faster, so I can't say that I really like one or the other better because I've only played with one of the Stila Shimmer and Glows. I mean, I've played with the Glitter and Glows before. I really feel like the main difference is that these ones, they have shimmer and glitter in them. So they're not like the Shimmer and Glows or the Glitter and Glows. It's like a little bit of both. So they're not as glittery as the Glitter and Glow, and they're not, no, I would say they're just as shimmery as the Shimmer and Glow. Imagine like the Shimmer and Glows from Stila with glitter in them as well. Anyways, I really like them. I think that they're absolutely beautiful. You do have to be a little bit, they may have a little bit of like a learning curve to them because they do dry pretty quickly, but other than that, they are really awesome. So I'm just taking a little bit on the back of my hand here, and I'm just using a synthetic pencil brush, and I'm just gonna start to pack that on the eye. One of the things that I do like about these guys is that they dry so fast, because that way you don't have to sit there and like worry about them creasing and waiting for them to dry and stuff like that. So that's one of the problems I had with the Shimmer and Glows from Stila. Like I can touch it and it's already dry, which is so nice because then I don't have to worry about it creasing. I'm loving this product so far. And I love this color. It's like this beautiful, like purpley, iridescent. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so going back to my Morphe M513 brush, yet again, I'm taking that shade Create and I'm just gonna tap it to help that shimmer transition into the rest of the eye look. Taking a little bit of the shade Passion and just also dusting that right across to melt everything together. Now I'm just going to use my Real Techniques, well, okay, first I'm just going to use this Hot Topic brush to try to kick off. I got a lot more fallout on this eye than I did on the other eye for some reason. I guess I was just a little less or a little more careless with my shadows, but I'm just going to take a little bit of my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer wherever I put it. And this is in the shade Vanilla. And I'm just going to blend that in with my Real Techniques sponge. I'm going to utilize that to kind of carve out the underneath here. Now I'm just going to set everything with my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder, which, by the way, I just uploaded a video on Friday about the difference between setting powders and finishing powders and what you could possibly be doing wrong with your setting powders. So if you're interested in that, I will leave it linked right here, and then I'll also leave it linked down in the description box. So I'm just going to press that into my under eyes. Oh, I got way too much. That was an accident. I just like to press that around my nose area, and voila. So I'm going to start off with my Ciate London, the Fierce Flick liquid eyeliner, but I am going to switch to my Kat Von D liquid liner to create the wing, but I'm just starting off with this guy. I like this eyeliner, but whenever, like, starting off, but whenever I get to, like, the wing portion, I feel like it starts to, like, the very tip of it starts to dry out, which is why I like to switch to my Kat Von D liner. And also, the tip of this is pretty thick, so I like to use something that's nice and thin to create that wing. So now I'm switching to that Kat Von D liner. This is the Tattoo liner in the shade Trooper, so just black. Oh no, is my tattoo liner drying out too? No! I literally just used it on my other eye. I don't know what's going on. But I'm gonna go back to that Fierce Flick from Ciate London. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take my Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara and I'm going to apply that to my top lashes. Oh, I went to the wrong side there. Now I'm just going to use my Morphe M562 brush and I'm going to go into my Sephora Pro Editorial palette and I'm going to take this white shimmery shade right here. And I'm just popping that on the inner corners of my eyes. My contact is bothering me. So now going back to my Anastasia palette brush, but taking the other side of it, I'm going to go into that shade Bear from the Dare to Create palette, that very first shade that we used. And I'm just going to very generously apply that to my lower lash line. I'm really trying for the whole Jamie Genevieve kind of smoky lower lash line that I love so much, so I'm trying not to be a scaredy cat about it and just really get in there, you know. Really blow that up. I'm going to go into the shade Passion from that Dare to Create palette. And really blend that all the way down. Oh, I forgot to do the white on my waterline. I did do that first so that I don't end up putting any white over my lower lash line shadows. But today that might just happen. So I'm just taking my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk. And I'm just going to try to run that along my waterline. So now I'm just going to finish buffing that color underneath my eye here. So now I'm just going to go into that very last shade that we used, the shade Forever from the Dare to Create palette, and just using a generous amount of that, I'm just going to really deepen that lower lash line to give it that sultry, smoky look, channeling my inner Jamie Genevieve as much as possible. I know I don't even compare, but I'm determined. Determined to conquer the lower lash line, the smoky lower lash line. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of that Monsieur Big Mascara from Lancome on the lower lash line. Alright, so now I got a new pair of lashes and I'm freaking loving them right now. I'm going to tell you what they are. Hold on. They are the Velour Fluff and Cool lashes, those guys. So yeah, that's what I'm going to put on my eyes. Alright, and once the glue is getting like almost clear there, that's when I know it's time to pop them on. I think one of the things that I really love about these lashes is that they're so black. Like they're just like black. I love these lashes. I love them so much. They just look so feathery and so sultry. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of that Ciate Fierce Flick and I'm just going to run that right along the lash band. Alright, I did have a little bit of fallout, so I'm just going to dust that off. So we are all done with the eye makeup, so I'm gonna go finish off the rest of my face off camera, so I will go do that and I will be right back. Alright guys and gals, ladies and lads, this is the finished look. Alright, so what do you guys think? This look definitely turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to, honestly. I'm really happy with the results. I tried 2 new products in this video, not including my foundation that I'm doing a wear test on right now, but I tried the Cover FX Shimmer Veil, and I also tried this YSL. This is one of their liquid lipsticks, and this one is in the shade 26. It's the Tatouage Couture Matte Skin? Is that what it says? Oh, Matte Stain. I used both of these and I really like this color. Like I wasn't sure about it and I honestly thought it was going to be darker going on, but it's like this perfect like mauve-y soft pink and it feels super comfortable. Like it doesn't feel drying on the lips. I'm really excited to actually see how this wears. Yeah, maybe I'll do a wear test on this guy. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. I'm super happy with how this came out. I'm excited it's going to be Valentine's Day. I hope that you guys make sure to tell your loved ones that you love them. Valentine's Day isn't just about romantic love or whatever. It's about just loving your loved ones, in my opinion. Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays because I love love, you know? And so that's it, you know? I like to tell my family that I love them and I like spending quality time with my husband. So even if you don't have a significant other to spend time with, make it about telling your family that you love them, you know? So yeah, there are a lot of people that are like, oh, Valentine's Day is just a Hallmark holiday to make more money. So what? So what if it was created by Hallmark or whatever? You know, it definitely stemmed from something else and maybe it's turned into something completely different from what it was originally. But I think taking a day to just celebrate the ones that you love, your significant other, your family, your friends, and just kind of honing in on being thankful for that relationship. Yes, you should be thankful for that relationship every single day, but you can't take your loved ones out to a nice dinner and, you know, show them how much you love them and buy them gifts. You can't do that every single day. So I think it's just great that there's a day set aside every year for us just to celebrate our love of one another. You know, what a cool holiday. That's what I think about Valentine's Day. I know that people have different opinions on them and they're like, we should love each other year round. Obviously we should, but we can't make that kind of day every day. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial and I hope that you learned something new and that it inspires you to be creative, step out of your comfort zone, and just be yourself. I thank you guys for watching again. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you really love my videos, then make sure to hit that notification bell until it tells you that it's going to notify you whenever I upload, so you know when this face is going to pop up on your YouTube channel. Anyways, I will see you all in Wednesday's wear test. Bye!
Something beyond comprehension is happening to a little girl on this street, in this house.